Welcome to the Đồng Nai radio and television station. Here are the news today. In the first month that the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement (EVFTA) took effect, Vietnam's export turnover to this important market reached 3.78 billion USD. In particular, phones and components are the largest export commodity of Vietnam to the EU with more than 1 billion USD, thereby increasing the turnover of 8 months of 2020 to 6.96 billion USD. According to the General Department of Customs, compared to the average of the first 7 months of the year, the export turnover to the EU in August was about 6 million USD higher. This is the result obtained from the positive effects of EVFTA. The effective agreement has created a great opportunity for Vietnam's export, helping to diversify markets and export products, especially the advantageous products of Vietnam, to enjoy high tax cuts such as agricultural products, seafood, furniture, textiles, footwear, and electronics. More than 150 importers from 28 countries and territories around the world yesterday had online transactions with Vietnamese agricultural products and food producers, traders, and exporters under the Trade Promotion Program of the Ministry of Industry and Trade. This is the largest online trade conference in the agricultural and food sector ever, simultaneously connecting with many foreign markets. Through the trade conference, Vietnamese businesses and foreign importers have better understood each other's needs and capacities, heading to reach agreements on business cooperation opportunities based on the benefits of enterprises, mutually support to overcome the pandemic, build a sustainable business development strategy, as well as diversify agricultural products and foodstuffs. Trade data show that Vietnam was the top seller of unroasted beans to Japan for the first 7 months of 2020. A total of 67,392 tons of unroasted beans were imported from the Southeast Asian country during the period, up 26% year-on-year. Meanwhile, imports from Brazil, mostly Africa beans, plunged 40% during the period to 63,850 tons. This was the first time Japan's imports from Vietnam outpaced those from Brazil. New sanctions against Cuba caused the U.S. to suffer more criticism for the America First diplomacy of President Donald Trump. Just before the UN General Assembly session, the United States was isolated in an attempt to increase sanction pressure on Iran unilaterally. Taking advantage of the 75th session of the UN General Assembly, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani strongly criticized the U.S., affirming that the increased U.S. pressure on Iran is in vain. In a tough statement, U.S. ally French President Emmanuel Macron also stressed Europe does not support the latest U.S. moves on Iran. Many countries such as Cuba and Venezuela also voiced their opposition to U.S. sanctions. The U.S. Department of Defense said it had begun planning to withdraw all the U.S. troops in Afghanistan next spring, though a complete withdrawal order has yet to be issued. David Halvey, the official performing the duties of Assistant Secretary of Defense for Indo-Pacific Security Affairs, said that they had not issued orders to reduce military personnel below this 4,000 to 5,000 level in Afghanistan. However, they have conducting prudent planning to withdraw to zero service members by May 2021 if conditions warrant. The comments come as President Trump has been touting U.S. drawdowns in the region in the final stretch of the campaign as evidence he is delivering on his promise to end America's endless wars. The comments also come as the Taliban and Afghan government have started peace talks in Doha, Qatar, aimed at ending the 18-year war. That is the end of the news today. Thank you for tuning in.